Hello Opimian members, my name is Jacky Blisson, Master of Wine, and I am part of the Cellar tasting team for 302 alongside Louise Wilson. The Cellar has an excellent lineup of wines from Argentina, from Chile, and from Alsace. They're all exclusive to Opimian and tasted by your team of Masters of Wine, us. Today I'm going to give you the lowdown on some of the fantastic South American wines available in this cellar. We'll start with member favorite producer Maurizio Lorca, making fresh, powerful red wines in the Uco Valley, a prime terroir of the Mendoza region in Argentina. The first wine I want to highlight is one of our coup de coeur for the cellar. This means it's one of the wines that was the highest rated by both Masters of Wine, and this wine is great for everyday drinking. It's the Lorca Fantasia Syrah from the Uco Valley in the vintage 2022. So this wine is really suave and easy drinking. It's got a lot of ripe dark fruit, a lot of spice, velvety on the palate, very fresh. It's a wine that'll pair really easily with things like a mildly spiced vegetarian chili, a hunter stew, or just grilled red meats, hard cheeses, things like that. Maurizio Lorca is the producer of this month's Founder's Choice case. So the Founder's Choice, as you know, is a subscription program where each month you get a case of premium wine, in this case, a red wine from Maurizio Lorca. Next producer I want to mention is Villard Fine Wines. So Villard, or Villard, however you want to pronounce it, is in Chile in the Casablanca Valley. So this is a coastal region in Chile, and it's cooled by the Humboldt Current. This is a current of cold water coming up from the Antarctica that sweeps by Chile and really brings cool marine breezes into this area so they can produce delicious, very fresh examples of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, also some lovely Syrah. Villard also makes wines in the Maule and the Maipo Valley, for example, which are inland, much warmer, drier areas. So they make big, bold red wines here from grapes like Carignan, Carmenere, Chile's signature grape, Cabernet Sauvignon, and others. The coup de coeur wine from Villard that I wanted to highlight is their assemblage. So assemblage is a French word for blend, and this is a blend of Syrah and Cabernet Sauvignon with a dash of Petit Verdot and Petit Syrah. It's also a blend of two terroirs, of the Casablanca Valley, bringing a lot of freshness, and the Maipo, bringing more power, and more of a full-bodied, ripe nature to the fruit. So a lot of dark fruit here, a lot of spice, a little minty hint, bringing a lot of freshness. Really bold on the palate though. This is a wine you can drink now. You might want to carafe it though, or that you can easily cellar for 10 years or more. The third producer that I really want to highlight is Viña Echeverria. So this family, also in Chile, in their Central Valley, notably the Curicó Valley area in the Central Valley, is really well known for their avant-gardist practices. They've been making wine for a long, long time. This is a historic producer, but also really avant-garde in their practices. They make low intervention wines, which is another term for natural wines. They make traditional wines, but they also make increasingly low intervention wines, which is another term for natural wines. So these are wines that tend to be organically produced and then made with no additions. That is, with wild yeasts naturally occurring on the grape skins, no winemaking additions, no acidification, no sulfites added or very, very little. It's a very hands-off approach to winemaking with the idea of really letting the grape and the terroir express itself. So the coup de coeur wine from Echeverria is their El Barrio Carignan from the Maule Valley in the 2022 vintage. Carignan is a grape with Spanish origins that's also widely produced in the south of France. It can be quite rustic and savory, a lot of dark fruit, very full-bodied, quite tannic. Here it's produced unoaked, unfiltered, with no sulfites. It's very polished, a lot of dark fruit with savory undertones, and a really smooth, bright nature on the palate. The Master's Case from this cellar is from Viña Echeverria. This month's Master's Case, a subscription program that gives you a case every month of 6 mixed wines, is dedicated to the wines of Viña Echeverria. So I hope you enjoy the great Chilean and Argentinian wines from Cellar 302. Cheers!